So Bloodhunt is down from its all-time high of 29,008 players all the way down to the low 2000s, is about as high as it's peaking throughout the week. So this begs the question, can a Battle Royale even survive in this day and age without being made by a multi-billion-dollar company? Because we've seen it over and over with Battle Royales. No matter what the case is, no matter what they bring to the table, it always dies off. Now, a lot of people did come to me and say that this game was basically a reskin version of Hyperscape, but with vampires. And I did not play Hyperscape whatsoever. I never touched the game, so I can't speak on that. But I will say it did seem like this game got very stale very quickly. I mean, it was a fun game. I did very much enjoy it. I made a lot of videos about it in the short time that I played it, and I thought it was an extremely fun game. But they also took a very long time to push out any sort of update whatsoever to the game, and that's one of the big things I think brought it down. They didn't change anything. They didn't update anything. They didn't fix the broken bugs. They didn't fix the reload bug. I think the reload bug is still within the game. And I think we as a majority population have gotten very, used to huge companies pushing out updates every single time that something goes moderately wrong. And this was a tiny company. It wasn't a big company whatsoever, and they take sometimes weeks or months to push out a simple, what we would consider a simple update. I honestly think they had some good ideas with this game, and they brought some new features. They had all these cool things like you could eat people to get new perks, and you could have all these fun different characters that had different abilities. They had the right idea, and they even had it on console. Not to mention they had some big tournaments with the big streamers like Shroud and Timmy and everybody streaming it, which was putting them in front of much more people. But we've also seen other battle royales that have been small that Shroud's played, and it made no difference whatsoever. I don't think putting a game in front of a huge crowd and it not being an amazing game does anything for it. I mean, look at Fortnite. It was a tiny game. Back when Fortnite came out, there was hardly anybody making YouTube videos, hardly anybody watching it, and then all of a sudden it blew up and became the biggest game, or one of the biggest games of all time. But Fortnite brought something new to the table. There had never been a game where you could build and have the outplay mechanics of building within the game. Obviously, I hate Fortnite. I did not really enjoy Fortnite that much whatsoever. I have a ton of hours in it, but I didn't really like the game myself. I thought it catered too much to casuals, but that's another thing that made Fortnite huge. This game, Bloodhunt, it was a fun game, but it was also a pretty competitive game, and it got really sweaty really quick. I also think that was one of the downfalls of H1Z1, going back to it dying as a battle royale as well, because H1Z1 took a lot of skill. There was a lot of really good players in each game, and they would shit on you if you were a new player, and there was no skill-based matchmaking whatsoever. In this day and age in video games, I hate it, and a lot of people also will tell you that they hate it, but there are a lot of people that are casual gamers, and they do not want to get shit on all the time. They want to get on and play for fun, which is, kind of stupid in my opinion. But the majority population of people playing video games nowadays love skill-based matchmaking because it makes them feel like they are a good player when they're not. Back in my day, there was no skill-based matchmaking. You got through into a lobby of the sweatiest or the shittiest gamers and nothing in between, and you were just forced to get good. You just had to get better at the game. You got shit on over and over and over and over and over and over, and that's why I have like 3,000 hours in H1Z1, is because I had just built a PC, and H1 was my first game that I actually took seriously, and I would land, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die, spawn, die. But back to my original statement, any kind of game nowadays that comes out that doesn't have skill-based matchmaking, that throws you into a lobby full of sweats, it's bound and determined to die. That's why Fortnite did so well, is because Fortnite was a shitty casual person's game, and they couldn't, get in and get kills and have, a good time and actually think that they're good at the game. And there's a reoccurring trend in all of these games that I had just popped up on screen. Each one of them did not have skill-based matchmaking. They were just, you get through in and they were sweaty, and they died off because people didn't, have a good time because they were getting shit on. You can agree or disagree with me. It doesn't really matter. It's just an opinion. But in my opinion, I think this game did bring enough to the table to be a big game and have a big, player count and just do really well. But they, fumbled the bag as other battle royales have. And also, maybe we as a population have almost outgrown battle royales, because at this point, how many battle royales have we seen? And still to this day, they're still coming out with more battle royales. I mean, Warzone's talking about their huge update that they're going to come out with and how it's going to be like, Blackout War BR was. But until some new and improved type of game comes out that we've never seen before, I don't think anything's really going to shake the video game industry, and we're going to keep seeing these battle royales come out because it's what's popular, which is fine by me. I mean, I've always enjoyed battle royales. Hell, I've got 7 years worth of YouTube videos on battle royales, basically only on battle royales. But I guess Bloodhunt will just go down as another game that we'll remember as another failed battle royale, just like good old Radical Heights and all that good stuff that came and went. GG, go next.